Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today. Excuse my voice if I do sound a bit unwell. I have been under the weather lately. I've had a cold. However, I'm getting back to normal, so bear with me. And yeah, this time I'm going to do something a little bit different. However, I'm keeping it on this channel because I feel like it falls under a gaming sort of thing, because it is a tier list and I guess it's sort of a game, but we're just gonna get into it. So this tier list revolves around British desserts. Some of them you may be familiar with and others that you probably never heard of, but I'm going to be putting them into each different tiers of what I think of them. And yeah, who doesn't love food? I definitely do. So let's just get into it. Starting off with mince pies. For those who don't know, a mince pie is basically a small little tart that has a dessert mince. Not mince as in like ground beef, mince as in fruit. All put into a pie, and obviously traditionally it's eaten at Christmas. I think that mince pies are honestly going to go with God tier. I feel like there's never a dull moment when it comes to eating them. They're delicious, they're not too filling, you enjoy them, and I feel like because it's Christmas as well, it makes it even more enjoyable because it's the one time of the year you get to go out and just enjoy them, get a bunch of them, and you have basically a year to recover. I love mince pies. Fun fact, as a kid, I didn't enjoy them. Reason being, I feel like when you're younger, you haven't acquired, like, not everything is gonna scream delicious, is it? But as I'm getting older, I'm starting to enjoy more things. Like, I used to not be a fan of, like, almond or coconut, but now I really enjoy it. It's just a matter of taste as you grow up, and I absolutely love mince pies now, so yeah. Obviously God tier. I think this one is either just fruit or maybe it's like a pavlova. If it is a pavlova, I'm not really the biggest fan of it. Don't get me wrong, I think it's alright. You know. But pavlova, I'm not really the biggest fan of meringue. So for me, it's going to go in low tier. I feel like meringue, it's one of those things that just gets in the way, and with a lot of desserts, I don't think it belongs. Because when you think of dessert, you think of like a cake or like a, you know, something indulgent. I don't think meringue fits into that category. Okay, in the UK, we have something called a trifle, which is basically fruit, custard, cream, and cake pieces put into a container, and it's quite nice. Honestly, I do really enjoy this. It's not something I would pick first, but it is something that I won't turn down. So honestly, I'm going to say good. I think it's good. I think it's really good. And, you know, I don't think there's never a dull moment when it comes to having it. Banoffee pie. For those who don't know, it's banana, toffee in a pie with cream. That's basically what it is. It's like a, you know, like a little tart base as well. So it's nice and crumbly when you cut through it. It's delicious. I love it. And yeah, honestly, I'm going to have to go with God tier. I feel like the bananas combined with the cream and the toffee from the actual sauce that goes on it is amazing. And it just all combines together to make something amazing. I think this next one is treacle tart, which when I was a kid, I don't think I really enjoyed it that much. But as I've said before, getting older, your taste changes, you start to like new things, you start to experiment more. It's very sweet, but at the same time, it's enjoyable. Yeah, it's enjoyable. I'm going to put it in good tier. I'm going to move trifle down, because I like it, but I don't think it's good. I think it's alright. I don't think it's good, like I don't want it right now sort of thing, but I think it's alright. The next one being an egg custard tart. These are nice. but I feel like it would never be a first option sort of thing. I would never choose this first because there's way too many options. This would not be one of them. Don't get me wrong, it's nice, I enjoy it, but at the same time I'm thinking I'd rather so much more on this list than this. So I'm going to put it in mid tier. I'm not sure what this cake is. It looks familiar. At first I thought it was like a banana bread, something like that. But now I'm thinking about it, it doesn't look too familiar to me. But it looks good. Honestly, it looks good. So I'll put it in good. Tiramisu. I didn't like this as a kid. But I feel like I do like it now. The idea of cream, coffee tasting cake sounds amazing. So yeah, I'm probably going to have to go with mid tier. It's nice. I haven't had it in a while. But I don't hate it. Brownies. This is obviously God tier. It will always be God tier. I love brownies. I think brownies are amazing. They're indulgent. They make you full, which is always good. It's always satisfying to be full. And at the same time, I don't think they ever fail to satisfy someone, you know. Like, I don't think in life I've ever thought, I'm sick of brownies. I always want them. Give them to me now. Eclairs. I think they're okay. Like, again, it's a case of if you're in the mood for them. I don't think it's something I will always be, like, excited to have. But if they're there, I'm thinking, these will do. Carrot cake. Easily God tier. I will be 100% honest. I think carrot cake is one of my favourite desserts of all time. It would either have to be cookie dough, carrot cake, or cheesecake. But carrot cake is up there. It's amazing. The cream cheese icing on top with the carrots. The amazingly seasoned cake. Like, for those who want to give their cake a little bit of more flavour, cinnamon, maybe even some mixed spices in there. Make it nice and sweet. It's amazing. Never a dull moment. I absolutely love the hell out of carrot cake. And yeah, obviously there's going to be a reason for it being in God tier. If I were to guess what this is, I would say mousse. Which, I like mousse. Mousse is nice, but, you know, it's not number one. It's enjoyable, don't get me wrong, but I don't think I'd choose it as a number one option. I'm trying to find what this is. I think it's just a sort of cake. It doesn't look like anything interesting, so I'm just going to put it in mid. Swiss roll. I think this is a Swiss roll, or maybe it's like a jam roly-poly. I don't think I've ever had one. Or if I have, it was a long time ago. But the whole concept is just cake, cream, jam, and icing sugar. Which, it's nice, don't get me wrong, but I am going to have to put it in mid because it's not anything too spectacular. Same with Victoria Sponge. It's nice, but it's not anything spectacular. Christmas pudding. A few months ago, we went to this, like, me and my family went to this buffet place that did their own Christmas pudding, and it was awful. It was not good at all. It tasted a bit like it, but the quality, it was kind of shit. A few days later, we had, like, some Christmas pudding that we had bought from a store near me. And as soon as I tried this Christmas pudding, it was amazing. It didn't even compare to the one I had at the buffet, because that one was awful. This one was absolutely god tier. I normally enjoy custard with it, but like, by how rich this cake is supposed to be, the one I got from the shop, it was enjoyable, and at the same time it wasn't too overpowering. I was able to finish it all, and that's what I love about it. It wasn't too overpowering and I still enjoyed it. So it's gonna have to be God tier. I think this one is just fairy cake. It's either angel cake or fairy cake, and it's just normal, you know. It's not anything too wild or amazing or fantastic, but you know, it's something, you know. It's nice, don't get me wrong, but I'm gonna put it in low tier. Because it's just a cake, but a cake with a few colours, and there's nothing really exciting there. Sticky toffee pudding. God tier. Now for this one, I will change my mind. This sticky toffee pudding, like the dessert as a whole, if I were to try to eat all of it, I don't think I could, because it's very rich. Like, a lot of it you will probably not be able to finish because it's very rich. It's very, you know, very sweet, and at the same time too much of a good thing. You probably won't be able to finish the rest of it. It's nice. It's God tier for a reason, but it is very sweet. But it's remaining God tier because it is really nice. Profiteroles are the next one. I don't mind them. You know what, actually, all it is just pastry and cream. There's nothing really going on there. Low tier. I like them, but I feel like, you know, that they're not amazing, but at the same time, all it is cream and pastry, which makes it less appealing to me. Red velvet cake. Easily God tier. I feel like it's in the same category of carrot cake, like the cream cheese and just the flavour as a whole. It just goes so well, and it's one of those desserts where you don't need anything to make it taste better. All you need is the cake itself, and it tastes amazing. Yeah, red velvet cake and carrot cake, you just can't beat them. They are amazing. Next, we have Bakewell tarts or cherry Bakewells. And that is going to go in God tier easily. It is so goddamn good. And at the same time, they are small little treats, so you don't have to go through a lot of them. It's up to you if you eat the whole pack, but at the same time, you can just enjoy them whenever you want, and they're delicious. Now we are down to the last 7 British desserts, so let's get through these. I hope you're enjoying the video, by the way, and I hope you like the idea for it. Bread and butter pudding. I do like this. I do enjoy bread and butter pudding. I feel like it's one of those things where it's not like a dry dessert, so it's quite easy to eat as well. And it does taste great. Honestly, bread and butter pudding, if you've ever had it, it's kind of the same flavour as an egg custard, with how they use nutmeg in the dessert to give it a bit of flavour. But altogether, the dessert is very nice, and you know, it's not too sweet as well, so it can be enjoyed without having to worry that you're going to be too full to finish the rest. So I am going to put this in mid tier. It's nice, I enjoy it, but it could be better. Next we have, I think it's just a normal sponge cake, which I'm not really sure why it's here. It looks dry. It's normal sponge cake. I do like cake, but I feel like there could be more. When I think of cake, I think of something that has a lot of cream on, something that has a lot of decoration and thought put onto it. So I am going to put that in low tier. If it's just a regular cake like that, it's going to be low tier. I need more than just that. I'm pretty sure this is jam roly-poly and the other one was Swiss roll. So yeah, this is jam roly-poly, which I get the concept. I don't think I've had it. in a while, or I probably never had it. But it looks like a dessert that's probably going to be in mid-tier, so I'll go with that. Crumble, like apple crumble or any type of crumble is delicious, especially with custard. I enjoy it. Yeah. I'm going to put it in good tier. I don't think it's god tier, but at the same time, it's good. It's quite nice. Spotted dick. For those who are childish, you better not have laughed at that. Yeah, I think it's all right. You know, I think it's all right. It's nice. It's not anything too amazing, but I think it's all right. You know, I'll put it in mid tier. The last two desserts, here we go. So we have rice pudding, which is just, it's basically as it says, rice pudding. It's a very sweet pudding made up of rice. It's kind of like a porridge or like a soup consistency. I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. I mean, it's nice. Don't get me wrong. I will put it in mid-tier. But at the same time, I'm thinking it's not wow, it's not fantastic, it's not the best ever. It's just you know, it's a dessert. I'll have some if there's some going around. And finally, cheesecake, and that goes in god tier. The reason I like cheesecake is because there's so many possibilities, and the reason I enjoy it even more is because I make my own cheesecakes. I've been making my own cheesecakes for years now, and the last time I probably bought a cheesecake from like a store was probably like about 5 years ago. I've always since then made them from scratch, and they're amazing. I do love them. Honestly, my favourite one would probably have to be an Oreo cheesecake or even like a Nutella one. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up there. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new. And if you want more videos like this where I, rank things, put them into a tier, please do let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know what else I should do as well. And at the same time, what is your favourite dessert? Let me know. And I hope you have a great rest of your day. And yeah, this was fun. And yeah, again, I hope you enjoyed it. And thank you again. And goodbye.